Hi everyone, welcome to Mala's Verse. Welcome if you're new here, welcome if you have been here before. Thank you so much for joining me in today's reading. So, today's reading is going to be what does Source, Spirit, or Universe would like to reveal to us, especially a truth that is being revealed. So, what is this truth that's being revealed? We're going to dive into that. So, before we get into the reading, take a few deep breaths and breathe out through your mouth. I'm going to ring the singing bowl. Set the intention for the messages to come through for our highest good. All right. So I'm going to use the Crystal Tarot, is it? By Los Scarabeo. I hope I am pronouncing their name correctly. Anyway, so let's get into this. First, we are going to look into what is the current energy around the subject around which the truth is being revealed. All right. Okay. Bottom deck energy. I I just this is synchronicity at its best because we have seven of swords at the bottom of the deck, which is about cheating, about lying, about deceit, about things being hidden. Not just that, it's also about strategy as well. But I am actually quite delighted that the title of the reading is aligned with that. So let's see what we have here. We have King of Cups, Sun, and we have the Page of Wands. All right, I'm going to show you the cards. King of Cups, the Sun, Page of Wands. So it's interestingly enough, when I saw the Sun card and then the Page of Wands, what I got reminded of was a connection between a father and a son. But now I'm getting more drawn towards a father-daughter relationship with the King of Cups and the Knave of Wands, which is the Page of Wands here. I do perceive there's a mismatch in energies in terms of around the subject with the King of Cups, Sun, and the Page of Wands, because Sun and Page of Wands, both of these energies are fire energy, and we have King of Cups. So both of these elements, fire and water, are opposing in nature, right? They are conflicting, not okay, they could be conflicting, but more essentially they are opposite, and they do not gel well together clearly, because water will put out the fire, and yeah, if the fire rises it will turn water into steam. So they don't cultivate each other or grow rather, but they do transform and they do change their state of being as elements when they interact with each other, which is true for any two elements coming together if there's a chemical reaction happening. So anyway, but there's definitely that opposing energy nature coming through with these three cards about what the current energies are around this subject. So probably this is a subject around your relationship with your father, or your relationship with the divine masculine energy, how you perceive the energy, because King of Cups followed by the Sun, I do perceive, if you look at masculine energy as too egoistic, and you are not able to look at it for how in itself could be nurturing. And probably this is what's coming to light as well with the Sun card. Sun brings things to light as well. So with this King of Cups being followed by the Sun, I feel like the collective is being represented by the Page of Wands here, because not because, but what I'm seeing here with the Page of Wands is a disconnect from reality, and looking at the masculine energy from a wounded place rather than from a place of clarity. So that truth, I feel like there's a truth around this that's coming up, where you realize what is genuinely, or what is in its truest form, what divine masculine energy is, and that it can very well be nurturing, it can very well be uplifting and thriving, and doesn't have to be an ego battle, or it doesn't have to be a power play energy, which is what the collective must have experienced. So I'm going to lay these cards down here, because we do have Seven of Swords as well, right, at the bottom of the deck. So misconceptions, where probably our, I do perceive this to be also, how are we as a collective sabotaging ourselves by not truly understanding the nature of what divine masculine energy is, because we're still looking at all of these things from a wounded place, probably, or preconceived notions, maybe even through rose colored glasses. Maybe some of us in the collective have more of that, Martian energy, the Mars energy of action. And so we glorify action, we glorify violence, we glorify, aggressive behavior or warlike energy. There is nothing wrong with it or right with it. I'm not trying to, impose any rights or wrongs, but of course, when that warrior energy is channeled from a conscious place, from a place of truth, from a place of total balance and divine justice, it's quite different, right? So we might have glorified that, and in that glorification we might have given things, um, given importance, or given significance, or given value to things that actually do not contribute, or probably ways of being, the belief system around this warrior energy, maybe that hustling nature, maybe it's about, burning yourself out, because this fire energy is so strong. But I do perceive that in some way, shape, or form, with the King of Cups, that's the truth being revealed about the divine masculine energy within the collective, where there is that Buddha energy as well, which is calm, composed, and it's coming from a place of groundedness. So I'm going to pull out some, not extra cards, some more cards about what is this truth, what is the truth that's being revealed. And once I take out cards from this deck, then I'll place the standee so we can all see the cards on the screen as well properly. We have I guess we were right on, or bang on, about, burnout energy, because we have Temperance and Ten of Wands. Okay, so Sagittarius energy is pretty strong here, and Leo energy as well. Of course, the fire signs with Page of Wands as well. So Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energies are strong. Maybe they are in your birth chart strongly present, or this could be the zodiac sign of a divine masculine energy in your life, which could represent your father as an authority figure, or even your romantic partner, or a brother that you look up to. Anything, not anything, any sort of a relationship where you place this ideal about what divine masculine energy and is, or has been until now. And that's where the truth is being revealed, right? So I'm going to put the standee sort of a thing here. Right, bear with me. All right, that's okay. This is better, right? So with Temperance and Ten of Wands, there's clearly a message here. The truth that's being revealed is we need to alchemize and let go of this baggage that we are carrying unnecessarily, because we are hampering our own growth. And it's interesting because we have double Sagittarius energy. We have Sagittarius with the Temperance card. Just a moment, please. And we have 10 of Wands, which is Saturn in Sagittarius. So Saturn does represent father figure, right? So there's a strong energy here about realizing what kind of discipline, what kind of commitment truly gets us forward. Are we torturing ourselves unnecessarily by staying in environments, by staying in loops of thinking, in ways of being that's not going to let us chart the course or chart the distance that we have chosen for ourselves as, energy beings, as a soul self that we are? Because with the Temperance energy here, I do perceive that we have this ability to alchemize these energies, alchemize the wounds that we have experienced, alchemize the fears that we've had, alchemize the doubts that we have had because of the misinterpretation of what divine masculine energy is, because of the misinterpretation of what creation looks like. How do we create? How do we go about creating? What is the mindset about creating something in life? What is the mindset that we have when it comes to seeing something through? Is it at the cost of our well-being? Is it at the cost of diminishing the fire of our soul, because we've concluded that this is how masculine energy needs to operate, and that's the only way we'll get results? So that's the truth being revealed. How are being aggressively unkind towards ourselves because we think we need to achieve this goal, we need to conquer foreign lands. That's the energy also that I'm receiving. I'm getting reminded of this movie, mm, Merida. I think that's the movie name. It's a Disney movie. So I'm getting reminded of those Viking warriors and how passionate they are, how driven they are to conquer things. But having that energy without consciousness, having that energy without the awareness of the shadow energy within ourselves as to what's our motivation, what is inspiring us to move forward and conquer those foreign lands. Is it even true to us to conquer those lands or not? Or is it the same foreign lands that you want to conquer, which everyone has told you to do so, right? Or has influenced you into or inspired you into? So check the source of your inspiration. Is it genuinely coming from a place that fulfills your soul or not? That's the truth that is being revealed. And I do perceive this reading is probably in alignment with the eclipse coming forth in the next week. And I might do a separate reading for that, but because this reading is not directly intended for that topic, yet I do feel that's the energy around this topic as well. Maybe that's what's going to be revealed, because it's an eclipse on it's an eclipse in the sign of Pisces, which is about hidden things, about how we hide ourselves from certain things. So escapism, coping mechanisms. Maybe some of us have workaholic tendencies, and that's how we cope with life, instead of alchemizing those wounds and enjoying life for what it is, enjoying and experiencing the joy in every single moment. Just the fact that you can listen to me, I can speak, I have access to the internet, to the computer, you have access to your phone, to the internet, to this app, like YouTube, essentially. So all of these blessings, they are not short of a miracle, are they? Because if you can go back into history, we have more luxury than the kings and queens had, in terms of transportation and how easily we could access information. So much has evolved. And in terms of earth life, or the billions of years of evolution that has happened on earth, this is just a minuscule amount of time in which we have seen so much evolution. So what else is possible? And through more alignment, through more connection with our own soul, and then recognizing what is this divine feminine energy, what is this divine masculine energy, in terms of our own experience, in our perspective, what's true for us, and how does that nourish us? We need to look at these truths. Wow, not that off the park. Just kidding. And we do have 10 of Pentacles. It's definitely about, it's around family energy. Beneath that is Moon in Libra, Two of Swords energy. So indecisive, not being able to listen to our own intuition because we're still so boggled by, or we have this, I don't know if boggled is right the right word. I would say we're still so consumed by how can we prove that we have done the right thing. Understand that you can only exude kindness as much as you can give it to yourself, because I'm getting to my, I know that there might be a disconnect in the last two sentences that I mentioned, but I immediately got reminded of Saturn energy. Saturn is about humanitarian energy, it is also about kindness. So you can only extend that much kindness to anybody else outside of yourself as much as you have extended to yourself. So is this load worth carrying? Is it even yours to carry? That is this true analysis, this truth that we need to talk about, or address within ourselves. So I'm going to pull more cards about not the details of it, but how can we approach this. See, Pisces energy has showed up here with the Hangman. How can we best approach this? Magician, because I usually do intend to take out two cards, and I was time and again being guided towards taking out just one card, and we have the Magician. So this is what you make of it. What are the choices that you create? Ace of Wands. Beneath that we have Three of Wands. So again, expansion, and this is Mars in Aries, as far as I remember. No, this is Sun in Aries. Yeah, Two of Wands is probably Mars in Aries. I hope so. I might be incorrect here. So it's still that Aries energy, again, Mars energy is being represented, and Ace of Wands. So what is inspiring you? You need to take a good, look within or do a true analysis of what is genuinely inspiring you, what lifts your spirits up, and how much can you mold the energy in a conscious way to create that for yourself in a way, because you have all, with the Magician we have all the resources within ourselves, we have all the ingredients within ourselves to actualize this reality. So the best approach with the Magician is actually to manifest this with the power of your will it into your life by thinking about it in a conscious way, by changing your belief system around these things, by recognizing what beliefs are working for you, by changing belief into knowing. Know that you can actualize this for yourself, like the sun will rise tomorrow. And of course it's not an easy shift, but start general. So instead of thinking, for example, it's about actualizing maybe a phone or any tech piece, whatever it is. So instead of thinking, I want it now or I will have it, in an aggressive way, it would be fun to have this. It's so fun to see what all features are present in this phone. The display is amazing, the colors look good. So you are increasing that vibration within yourself, and tapping more into that frequency of the reality that you would like to have from this place that you are already in. So if this is at point B, this reality that you want, the more you think about what all advantages, or rather what all emotions or positive emotions will arise in you when you have that reality. How fun it is to use that phone, how does it fit in your hand, how does it feel in your hand, what color do you want, why do you want it, is it fun to have a blue color, is it fun to have a green color. So thinking about all of these things as to why it's fun, why it will contribute to your life, or what contribution it's going to make in your life, that's how you are going to will it into your life, one step at a time. Be general about it. Um, be in an attitude, like I mentioned with the sun analogy, be in an attitude where that it is inevitable that you can actualize this for yourself, and that you don't have to aggressively keep carrying the load forward. What this also tells me is that with the Saturn energy, we have as a collective realized the value of commitment, of dedicated efforts. But now with Temperance energy, we have to play smart with the energy. Temperance is again, alchemy with the energy, similar to magician in a way, where we are moving the energy in a way which will create more consciousness, more clarity, more wisdom for us. So use that wisdom that's at your disposal, that's at your fingertips, to create this reality. And I do perceive the, striking yellow color here with the magician card. This is going to amplify and ground and make our solar plexus, our personal power energy, much more steady, firm, and it's going to create roots or foundations that are not going to be shaken up easily, because now we are using resources from within us. It's not external validation, it's not external influence, it's not what someone else has told you is right or wrong. It's your own awareness, it's your own wisdom. So I'm going to place these as well. We have, is this better? Not bad. All right. So the last card that I'm going to pull is, interestingly enough, from the Angel Answers Oracle, sorry. And I have not used this deck in a YouTube reading, I think. So I wonder what special messages need to come through from this deck. Maybe your spirit team, your team in terms of you do believe forgiveness. So if you do believe in archangels, or you work with archangels, for some of you within the collective, or for all of you, only take what resonates, of course. Maybe there's a message that needs to come through from your guardian angel, from your spirit guides, from your archangels. So let's see what else, or what do we need to know about this truth. We have, no need to worry. Oh, wow, that's a beautiful message in itself, I feel. It's just reiterating for the fact that we don't have to keep carrying the burdens that we have been carrying into the future. We have, I am not kidding. We have forgiveness again, and look for a sign. So forgiveness is definitely pointing towards forgiving this probably father figure, an elder brother, a romantic partner, whoever it is in your awareness, or whoever represents that divine masculine energy, which distorted your view about your interactions with this person. If it's the interaction or how you perceive them distorted your view about the masculine energy, forgiving that part within yourself. For because the first question when we gain more knowledge is, why did we not know better at that time, right? So forgive that part of yourself. You did the best with the knowledge you had at that point in time. So forgive yourself. Forgive the people who might have operated from their own shadow towards you. This is not to belittle what happened towards you, but to let go of that energy that's still restraining you, that's still a load that you are carrying. You have learned the lesson here. So get your jets fueled up, because you are going to basically um, fly quite fast. And I am not able to remember the word or the adjective here, but essentially, like a jet, you need to, not need to, you are in that energy, you have that much energy collected within you, where you're going to sweep past a lot of things. That's how much momentum is already present within you, and you'll unlock this more the more you practice forgiveness. And with look for a sign, I do perceive it's connecting with the magician energy here. So the more you align with what's true for you, the more you align with the awareness that you have gathered with these lessons, the more you align with what you do know is fun for you, you will see signs around that as to how it's truly aligned with you, your purpose, with what you want to do in life. There will be signs. And if you are asking for help, look for signs by being very specific in terms of this is how you want to receive it. So anything closest to it, do embrace that as a sign, and then eventually move, not move, then eventually you will gather enough momentum towards this as well, where these signs will become more specific. I would say look for signs of the fact that you are okay. Maybe it's a fact for some, maybe it's not, but look for the evidence of your team in non-physical, in the spirit, supporting you without any conditions, loving on you, doting on you, being kind towards you. Look for those signs. Look for the signs of when you've been kinder towards others, and how you can reflect that energy and embody that energy within yourself. So, yeah, look for those signs. I will end the reading here. I hope that this was helpful in some way, shape, or form. Do share your thoughts in the comment section below. Do like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thank you again so much for joining. I hope that this was helpful, and I'll meet you or see you in the next reading. Bye bye.